It is a PFL welterweight Anthony Ivy, who is on quite the run right now. Not just 4 wins in a row, but 4 wins in a row, all by rear naked choke, including a fantastic one last time out, man. How great do you have to be feeling about the way things are running for you right now?
Oh man, I feel amazing, man. It's a blessing, man. It's an amazing thing that the fact that I can turn my career around so fast within just 8 months or so with the past 3 years and everything. So it feels good, man. It feels really good.
I love it. As you said, like 8 months. I mean, that's amazing. Just that 4 win stretch isn't enough, but to do it so fast. I know fighters say, "Oh, I like staying active. I like staying busy." But has this been challenging for you
Yeah.
just physically to stay healthy through this run?
Not. I think that the most challenge is telling my body that it's okay to cut the weight, because it's like I drop down the weight and then I dropped like about 30, 35 pounds, man. I walk around like almost 200 pounds and I cut all the way down to like to 170 and everything. So telling my body to get down to that weight, it was a challenging, it was a very, very challenging thing, especially when it comes down to the last 2 to 3 pounds. Ooh, man, my body is like, oh no, screw you, we can't do it no more. Let's go, let's go. I was like, nah, we gotta do it. We have to do it, man. So it's my first time ever fighting as active through the year, but it's something that I want my body to get used to, especially if I when I make it really big with PFL, because I know they have the tournaments and everything else, and they fight very consistently. So it's a good thing that I'm doing this. So
That's awesome, man. You touched on it, man. I mean, getting to the PFL. I mean, how did that feel? I guess turning the career around, but then getting back to a big show as well, right? I mean, not just doing it on the regional stage, but doing it for a major organization. Is how important was that win for you?
oh, very, very important. Like, again, just like you just said it, man. Just the fact that I was able to fight on a big stage and actually perform like I wanted to, man. It's such a relief, because it was always that thing. Because I'm a losing streak and I was coming from the UFC and everything else. People, there was a lot of doubt, very, very a lot of doubt of can Anthony actually perform? Can Ivy actually perform like he always wanted to and everything? And it's like now people know, and that's just the touch, man. Just the touch.
I love it. Yeah, your UFC run was weird, right? I mean, 2 fights in 2020, by the way, which what a weird time the entire world was. You know what I mean? What a time for you to make it to the big stage. I guess when you reflect back on it,
Yeah.
I mean, any bitterness or frustration at just how it all played out?
No bitterness, just more frustrated. And it's not into the UFC or anything like that. It's just more frustrated with myself, because I should have told myself to be a little more active in my training and staying healthy and everything else, because I was that close from getting to the big stage, and I didn't treat it as so like I'm doing now. I wish I was doing half the things that I'm doing, most of the things that I'm doing now back then, but you can't dwell on the past, man. You just gotta focus on the future. So.
So you make some mistakes, then the UFC run ends, and then you end up suffering some more losses. I mean, are there talks about like, are we doing the right thing here, or did I mess up and I got another career path?
Yeah, so there was talks. The main one was with my wife, about what I wanted to do, man, because it got to the point that I was thinking about kind of like retiring from fighting, but it was a very, very heartful thing, to a very, very heartful, not heartful, but very deep thought process, and very close to my heart of what my choices was, what I was going to be. So it was one of those things. It's like, okay, well, first we got to find a better team, right? And a better gym, which we did. Now I'm training out in Houston, and I'm training with War Training Center with Adam and Jeremy, and then of course you have Trevin and all the other fighters there and everything. So we had to make that decision. But the thing was that the big decision was my work. I had to quit my full time job and get was just because I'm a security guard, so I do a few side gigs and everything, just to maintain the money, to keep the money coming in. But it was one of the decisions that we had to make, because my wife right now, she has a heavy, heavy, heavy burden on her until I make it big, until make it the bigger paychecks with fighting and everything, man. So it was one of the hard choices, but as far as we know right now, man, the choice it's paying off. It's paying off well, man. So, but yeah, man, it was a lot of talks. Even still today, we still talk about it, how we change, and how Jeremy Adam was so willing to bring me in with no questions asked. Like, no, yeah, we bring you in. Well, we'll change you. We actually will teach you how to fight, and not just play jits. So
That's awesome, man. Well, that's great to hear. I know it's not easy to kind of bet on yourself like that, but that to see the dividends that it's paying is amazing to see. And now,
Yes.
honestly, you're going with your wife to a weigh-in now. Is that where the trip is?
Yeah. She's fighting for this organization called Texas Clash. It's out here in Austin right now, and she's this will be her. I can't remember. I think her sixth or seventh fight, and she just won her recent one here about almost like 3-4 months ago. She won that one by TKO. So we're gonna go out there and try to do the same work. Go out there and finish the fight.